Imagine waiting nearly 3 decades for a dream to come true, only for it to explode in a flurry of breathtaking goals and sheer ecstasy. That's the heart-pounding tale of Scotland's triumphant return to the World Cup stage, courtesy of an unforgettable victory over Denmark at Hampden Park. This iconic stadium, with its rich legacy spanning over a century since 1903, just added another unforgettable chapter to its annals. For the first time in what felt like an eternity, Scotland's men's team has punched their ticket to the global tournament, sealing it with a spectacular overhead kick, a mesmerizing 22-yard screamer, and even a goal launched from the halfway line. But here's where it gets controversial. Was this qualification a testament to sheer grit and destiny, or did luck, and perhaps some questionable refereeing, play a bigger role than we'd like to admit? Let's dive into the drama. Coaches like Steve Clarke, defenders such as Andy Robertson, midfield maestros Scott McTominay and John McGinn, and others have earned their place in the spotlight. And then there's Kieran Tierney, whose stoppage-time thunderbolt captured headlines all on its own, until Kenny McLean stole the show with Scotland's 4th goal. McLean charged forward, spotted Denmark's goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel in a moment of panic, and delicately lofted the ball over him from the center of the field. For beginners in football, or soccer as it's known in some places, this is like a long-range shot that defies physics. McLean was basically midfield when he struck, turning the pitch into a canvas of chaos and celebration. This victory wiped away years of heartache, where Scots had only watched World Cups from a distance, dreaming of participation. Denmark, once seemingly unbeatable in this qualifying group, crumbled under the weight of 4 goals, leaving their players devastated. Grown men in traditional Scottish kilts were moved to tears, while Denmark's fate now hangs on playoff matches next March. Clarke, the mastermind behind it all, can finally breathe and plan ahead, after soaking in the post-match revelry, of course. And this is the part most people miss. Clarke etched his name in history as the first. It was as if the football gods decided enough was enough for these plucky Scots. Tierney's last-gasp heroics were extraordinary, a defender turning striker in the dying moments. McLean's? Absolutely legendary. But let's expand on this. Picture a goal from the halfway line. For those new to the sport, think of it as a shot from midfield that's harder than it sounds, requiring pinpoint accuracy and composure under pressure. Examples like this remind us why football is called the beautiful game. It's unpredictable, thrilling, and full of moments that redefine teams. The match kicked off with a challenge for Scotland. John Souttar, slated to anchor central defence alongside Scott McTominay, succumbed to a warm-up injury. Grant Hanley stepped in seamlessly, proving that adaptability is a key in high-stakes football. Any initial disruption vanished in mere minutes. Ben Gannon-Doak, the Bournemouth youngster, dazzled on the right flank with his dribbling and crossing. His cross seemed tricky for McTominay, who was turned away from the goal and still managed to launch an acrobatic overhead kick, basically a bicycle kick, that sailed past Schmeichel. The stadium erupted, not just for the goal, but for the sheer improbability of it all in such a historic setting. McTominay played like a player transformed. While Doak's electric pace terrified the Danes, Scotland pressed aggressively, and goalkeeper Craig Gordon pulled off a crucial save from Rasmus Højlund, who was through on goal. Though the offside flag went up, it might have stood under closer scrutiny, a common debate in football that can spark heated discussions among fans. Denmark countered with threats like Mikkel Damsgaard's dangerous crosses and Victor Froholt's attempts, but McKenna's solid defence kept them at bay. Doak's injury, a stretch that led to him being carried off after just 20 minutes, was a blow, but Scotland adapted. Højlund thought he'd scored, only for a push on Aaron Hickey to rule it out. By half-time, Scotland was flirting with danger but held on. They even missed a golden chance when Rasmus Christensen fouled McGinn, earning a yellow card. The second half brought more intensity, with Højlund forcing another Gordon save early on. Denmark, needing just a draw, dominated possession, and Scotland struggled to retain the ball effectively. Then came the turning point. And here's a controversial twist. The equalizer smelled of contention. Andy Robertson's tackle on Gustav Isaksson near the penalty area was initially waved off, but VAR intervened, awarding a spot kick. Did Isaksson dive, or was it a genuine foul? Opinions will divide fans forever. Højlund converted, and while Denmark deserved parity, Scotland felt robbed by the decision. This is where we can debate. Does technology like VAR make the game fairer, or does it rob it of its human spontaneity? It's a hot topic in modern football. The drama escalated with Christensen's second booking and sending off for another foul on McGinn. Clark responded by introducing strikers Lawrence Shankland and Che Adams, a tactical shift that paid off immediately. Denmark's sloppy defending from a Lewis Ferguson corner let Shankland tap in from point-blank range, showcasing his predatory instincts, perfect for beginners to understand as a striker's knack for being in the right place at the right time. Scotland couldn't capitalise further as Patrick Dorgu's goal, set up by Andreas Christensen, restored Denmark's lead minutes later. It was a generous gift from Scotland, highlighting defensive frailties. Adams' header grazed the post. McGinn's curler narrowly missed. Then Tierney and McLean delivered the fireworks. Wow, what do you think? Was Scotland's qualification a deserved reward for their perseverance, or did external factors like injuries and referee calls tip the scales? Do you agree that moments like McLean's goal make football truly magical, or is it just chaos? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate whether this is a fairy tale ending or a reminder of the game's unpredictability.